Good morning, everyone. I am currently standing in Lisbon, Portugal. The year is 1755. Take a look at the weather
But if you thought 2020 was a bad year, you are definitely going to want to watch this entire video.
Right now, Lisbon is in its golden age. It is one of the wealthiest and most bustling cities in Europe. Money, gold, and...
Can you see the grand church right behind me? Inside there and inside dozens of other churches across Lisbon, tens of thousands of candles have been brightly lit for them. Now, while the ground hasn't started shaking yet, let's take a walk around to see how the people of 18th century Lisbon live and go about their daily lives. Working here at the port, have you noticed anything unusual with the weather or the ground lately? Like the seawater smelling strange or animals acting restless and anxious? It's okay, you can keep laughing. I know I'm dressed a bit strangely compared to everyone here. Unusual? You say God is blessing Lisbon and today is All Saints' Day. It is now 9:30 in the morning. The countdown has officially begun. There are exactly 10 minutes left. I cannot delay any longer.
Oh my God! It has started! Can you feel it? The ground just jerked violently. A deep, rumbling roar is coming from deep underground, like the sound of a giant monster waking up. It's shaking so violently. Look at that! The buildings are swaying like treetops in a storm. This is not a short tremor like a normal earthquake. Orações desesperadas estão começando a ecoar por toda parte, misturando-se ao rugido da terra. Gritos de pânico. Socorro, meu Deus! This earthquake lasted between 3 to 6 minutes. 6 minutes of living hell. Do you see the bell tower of the church over there in the distance? It just collapsed. The streets are now flooded with rubble and blinding dust. Everywhere is absolute chaos. I am choking on stone dust. I have to find a way out of this narrow street, and the narrow street, the surrounding walls could collapse at any second. The Tagus riverbank. I've made it to the port. Luckily, I wasn't seriously injured. There are no tall buildings around the port, so it's relatively safe from falling debris. Thousands of refugees are gathering here. They are holding on to each other, crying, bleeding, and staring in shock toward the city that is now drowned. Look out toward the mouth of the sea. What on earth is happening? The seawater is being sucked backward out to sea in a highly unusual way. But the people in this 18th century have no idea what a tsunami is. They don't understand what is coming. I have to get back to high ground, right now. I can't save them, no one can hear my voice in this chaos. I have to run as fast as I can up the hill behind me. Do you hear that sound? A deafening roar is rushing in from the ocean. A massive wall of water. The water smashes the stranded ships like wooden toys, sweeping away everything in its path. The thousands of people standing next to me down at the port just moments ago, the water has completely wiped them out in the blink of an eye. The people who were lucky enough to survive the horrific earthquake have now had their lives stolen by the merciless ocean itself. But the tragedy doesn't stop there. Standing from this hill and looking down at the center of Lisbon in the valley below, I am seeing an even more desperate scene. Do you remember the tens of thousands of candles lit in the churches I mentioned earlier? When the churches collapsed, those candles were not extinguished. Instead, they caught onto the wood, the carpets, the curtains, and the fabric paintings.
The earthquake also shattered fireplaces in people's homes.
And now, the wind from the ocean is blowing in very strongly.
Hundreds of small fires are spreading and merging into one giant firestorm. This great city is turning into a massive, glowing red incinerator. The sky is pitch black with smoke. The stifling heat is rising all the way up to where I am standing. This firestorm isn't going to stop anytime soon. It will burn continuously for 5 days and nights. It is now the morning of November 2nd. The longest and most terrifying day has passed. The bustling streets, the grand churches have all been leveled. Historical records later will show that between 10,000 and 100,000, 85% of Lisbon's architecture has been completely wiped off the map. A massive amount of gold and silver. But this historical disaster did not just destroy a physical city. It shook and altered the mindset of the entire Western world. If God is truly merciful, why would he send such a horrifying disaster right on All Saints' Day? The Marquis of Pombal sent detailed questionnaires across the country to collect data on how the ground shook, how long it lasted, and the direction of the tremors. This action is recognized by scientists as marking the birth of modern seismology.
I have time traveled to many places in history and have witnessed many events, but seeing with my own eyes tens of thousands.
It is very difficult, very heartbreaking, but we also see something meaningful. From the ashes of death, humanity learned to rise up.
Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this heavy and emotional journey. If you have made it to these very last seconds, I hope you truly
Give me a hand by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel before you leave, because the time machine tickets to bring you these experiences are not cheap at all. Which historical milestone do you want me to travel to next? Leave a comment below and let me know. As for now, I need to find a